Welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about arithmetic operators in C++. In C++, we have these 5 fundamental arithmetical operators. As you can see on the screen, this plus sign is for doing the addition, this minus is for doing the subtraction, asterisk for finding the product of two values, slash, the front slash for doing the division, and finally this percent sign is to find out the remainder if we divide one value by another. Let's go ahead and inspect each of them using some programming example. As you can see on the screen, I have declared two variables here. First, and that is of type integer, that is initialized by 20, and then we have the second that is initialized with 10, and we have a third one, the result, in order to keep the result of the operation. So first time we are actually applying the plus operation here. As you can see, this plus is going to add this first with the second. That means the content of first, that is 20, will be added with the content of second, that is 10, and the result, that is 30, is going to be assigned to this variable result to the left side. For this assignment, we are using this assignment operator equals to. I'll talk about this assignment operator later on. Now please remember for the time being that whatever you have in the right hand side, that's going to be assigned to the left hand side by this equals to operator. Now we have two operations here in this expression, right? The first one is this plus, and the second one is this assignment. Now, since the plus operation is having higher precedence than this assignment operation, so this plus is going to happen first. So the content of this first variable with the second will be added, and then it is going to be assigned to the result. Now, each of these 5 operations are actually binary in nature. Now, among these, the first 3, that means these plus, minus, and times, they can be used as unary as well. Now, by the term binary or unary, we actually indicate the nature of the operators. That means how many operands they would need to perform the operation. Now, as you can see, for this plus operation that we have written here, it's actually doing the plus on these two operands, right? It is working on these two operands because this plus will need 2 operands to add. Similarly, that minus will require 2 operands, this asterisk, this slash, and percent, they will all work on 2 operands. That's why they are called binary in nature, because they would require 2 operands to operate on. But this plus, minus, and asterisk, they can be used as unary as well. I'll give you one example. Let me change the color of the pen. So say I have a variable, say int x, and I want to initialize this with -1. Then I will write in this way, right? Here you can see that this minus is actually the unary minus that is working only on one operand, that is 1, right? So here this minus is used as unary. The plus operator can also be used as unary. Let me give you an example. Although we can use that plus operator as unary, but that doesn't have any effect. Say we have a variable, integer variable p, and I want to assign +5 to this p. So I'll write in this way, right? Now this plus is used as unary here. Although we can use that plus as unary, as I said, but it doesn't have any effect, because if you choose not to write that plus, still the content of p is going to be +5. Now that asterisk can also be used as unary operation, and that I'm going to talk about later on. When we do the pointers, we'll understand how that asterisk is used as unary operator. That's actually dereferencing operator, and we can understand that only when we understand pointers. So let's go ahead and run this program and see what's going to be the content of that result. Okay, so we are doing that plus operation, and let's see what's going to be the result. It's going to be 30. 20 plus 10 is 30. Okay, now if we just do the minus, it's going to be 10. Now if you do the times, it's going to be 200. Okay, now let's do the division. It's 2, right? Now let's check the modulo operator. Now the modulo operator, or this percent sign, is actually going to give us the remainder when we divide first by second. Now the value of first is 20 and the value of second is 10. So when you divide 20 by 10, you're left with remainder 0. So this time this result is going to have a value of 0. So let me run this. So you can see that it's 0. Now if I have, say, the content of first as 25, then dividing 25 by 10 is going to left us with a remainder of 5. So this time this result is going to have 5 as content. You can see that it's 5. So when you need to test whether a particular value is divisible by another value, then you can use this remainder operator. As you can see that if the content of this result is 0, then obviously this first is divisible by second. Now for this, 25 is not divisible by 10 because the result is actually 5, because that's the remainder. Remainder is 0, then you can decide that first is divisible by second. So that's how we can use this remainder operator. So in the next tutorial, we are going to learn how we can just take input from the console using the cin object. Thank you for watching this.